again, soft drinks were meant to be enjoyed. They were meant to be an indulgence. And why don't we go back to our roots and let's put everything but the kitchen sink back into a cola, and let's enjoy it, and let's in fact call it Jolt. And that was the inspiration, was a backlash or a reaction to the negative selling era. But what we didn't know, if I'm being candid, was that served as a model or as an inspiration to what became a much bigger category now known as the energy drink category.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
This thought is very profound for a young entrepreneur. So where do you get the lesson? From your dad, from a book, from a friend? Where do you get that inspiration at such a young age to be so disruptive in a very competitive space?
Well, yeah. So if I go back to the beginning of my career, which would be back in the mid 80s, again, then soft drinks were created as an indulgence category to be enjoyed. It was simply a refreshing beverage to be enjoyed on occasion. Then, interestingly, in the early 1980s, in the US market anyway, was the beginning of what they call the negative selling era or negative sales era, where soft drink giants were starting to feel the pressure to make healthier beverages. And they responded by telling the consumer what's not in their beverage. For example, if they said never, they used slogans like never had it, never will, in reference to caffeine, or in reference to sugar, it had less sugar, less calories. And by saying what's not in the category, that comes back from what I said about the negative selling era. So where did the idea of Jolt come from? It originally came from a response to the negative selling, saying, my goodness, again, soft drinks were meant to be enjoyed. They were meant to be an indulgence. And why don't we go back to our roots and let's put everything but the kitchen sink back into a cola, and let's enjoy it, and let's in fact call it Jolt. And that was the inspiration, was a backlash or a reaction to the negative selling era. But what we didn't know, if I'm being candid, was that served as a model or as an inspiration to what became a much bigger category now known as the energy drink category.
Wow, really, really powerful. What a story. And then take two. Knowing CJ, how competitive is this industry, how very little chance of succeed there is, because you know what you get it into, yeah, and you've been on the space because you did launch your first energy drink, and now rather than being the beach in resting, taking a year of holiday, you decided that no, that is a very good idea to go back again with a new product. The name is Kama Water, which I love the name, by the way. And this is also, in my opinion, a new category because all water takes a lot of water and everything. And again, you're trying to create some disruption into the water industry where I really think that is needed, because 80% of our body is water, and is what the most that we consume. And I'm very concerned. A lot of people talking about the space. I got a degree in chemical engineer, so this water has calcium. This water is good. This water is alkaline. This water is this. This water is that. And but the messages are all over the place. So tell us about this second product again. Is now a product that is more competitive, well, as competitive as cola. But again, if you can penetrate some market shares, we're talking that people consume way more water than cola.
Right.
So it's more tough, in my opinion, more challenging. Yes. To penetrate this market, to bring this product to market, because again, the people on the space, the competition, we're talking about multi-million-dollar companies with a lot of heavyweight and years of experience. So tell us about your journey in this second take, yeah, and why you're not in the beach resting. and traveling the world, yeah, drinking some mojito. Yeah, you clearly you don't need this second business. You don't need it. You already did successfully yours, and so why are you doing this again?
Because it's a life's passion, and it's what makes me the happiest and makes me come to life. Um, Again, great question. So our new product, I say new, it's been over 12 years. It's called Karma, Karma Water. And I'll touch on three things, and then you can ask me the next question. So what was the inspiration for this? It is simply the wellness category has been evolving now perhaps for the last 15 years. There's really two sides to this. The dietary nutrition space, or the dietary supplement sector, always gets the science right, and they mean well with ingredients, and they embrace science, but in the end, they don't seem to get the marketing side right. Their names are not so attractive, their packaging is unattractive, and quite frankly, oftentimes their products don't taste well. And again, I'm referring to dietary supplement. If you look at the soft drink industry or the bottled water industry, they get the names right, they get the packaging right, they get the taste right, but they seldom embrace science. And so it's more of a marketing product than it is a product that delivers on the promise of wellness. So Karma, in terms of the purpose it's supposed to fulfill, is a merger or a bridge between dietary supplements and beverages. And so we want the best of both. We want to embrace science. We want to have the very best ingredients that deliver on nutrition and deliver on wellness. But we also want it to be an enjoyable experience. We want it to feel good in our hand. We want it to taste good in our mouth. And we want a name that people will remember and enjoy. So we felt with Karma that we checked all three boxes of embracing science, delivering on the promise of wellness, and a name that actually means something to people, that embraces the wellness philosophy of what you do today will have an impact on your tomorrow. And again, so Karma is the blend of those three mindsets or those three thoughts.
And water is one of the most important elements. Actually, my dad is always complaining that I drink so much water. He's saying that I drink way too much water. I'm saying that. Look, I don't know if you hear about the story. There is I think it's a book around. I don't know. I'm based in London. Someone in London told me the story that it was a doctor in jail, right? And all the patients, they were sick and they were coming. Doctor, I have headache. And I said, okay, get 3 glasses of water. Doctor, I have pain in my stomach. Okay, get 4 glasses of water. And the whole point, actually, the guy wrote a book about it. A high percentage of the illnesses that we face is just dehydration, right? The body is not well hydrated, and of course, 80% of our body is water, so it reflects show up in different ways in the body, in the headache, in the pain in the stomach, this, that, and that. So water is actually medicine, and if you are dehydrated, that definitely can lead you to illness. Saying that, the biggest challenge that I see in the industry is the bottling issue. We are a big fan here about global conscious entrepreneurs, right? Make money and also do good for the planet, for the people. And in this space particular, it's a huge challenge, particularly I won't say particularly United States, won't be fair, because in London also as well, but it's a product that use a lot of plastics. And
right.
Research have shown that it doesn't matter what you said, only 10% of the plastic get recycled over the world, so 90% goes to a landfill. So how you are mitigating this issue with the product that we need it more than anything, but is bottled most of the case in a substance that harm a lot the planet of the new generation.
Oh my goodness! So there's a lot there, Harry. You asked good questions. So let me begin with with the karma, meaning starting with water, because you mentioned water. So I agree with you. The water is an essential form of nutrition, and it leads to proper hydration. But the growing trend, the emerging trend, I should rephrase it, is water plus, or water with additives, or water with benefits. So we believe karma is ahead of the curve, or ahead of the need, that we feel very strongly it should be water-based, because again, water is very, very healthy. It is the healthiest form of hydration. But we also need other forms of nutrition that you mentioned, whether they be vitamins and probiotics to help with our digestive system or our immune system. And so water with benefits, or water plus, is the future. And so again, karma is situated as a water-based product that also provides nutrition. So we feel the consumer, when they drink karma, is getting two benefits, not just one benefit. To address your concerns or comments or observation, in terms of it not being either environment friendly or perhaps leading to
It's a whole industry issue. It's not a particular product. It's a whole industry issue, and it's a big challenge, because of course
it is a big challenge.
You have to be profitable like everybody else.
Yep. I'm sorry to interrupt. I will tell you that, yes, so plastics has kind of a bad name, and that I want your listeners to understand this. If you look at the carbon footprint of the three types of material that beverages come in, aluminum, glass, and plastic, this may be shocking to you, but plastics have the best carbon footprint of the three materials. Don't believe what you read in the papers that plastic is the enemy, because plastic is not the enemy. That's for starters. But I also want you to understand that karma has two solutions to those that want to avoid plastic. Karma, you can go to our website and buy karma direct to consumer, as they call it, or DTC is the acronym, direct to consumer. And we have a reusable, refillable bottle, either in plastic or in aluminum, whichever reusable bottle that you choose. And then you just buy our caps only on a subscription model, so that you get the caps on a continuing basis. And every single time you drink you use a cap, you're saving the use of a plastic bottle. Similarly, we also offer karma in stick packs. So if you already have a reusable container of your choice, again, throughout the U.S., a lot of women are drinking out of what they call the Stanley Cup. It's these very large mugs with a handle on them that women in particular are using. And we listened. This comes back to my comment about being good listeners. And our consumer insights team kept receiving feedback from our consumers. We love karma. We love what it stands for. We love your nutrition that you deliver, but I want to drink from my Stanley Cup. And so would you please make it available in stick packs? So karma's answer to environment concerns pertaining to the environment are twofold. Buy our caps on a subscription model, or buy karma in stick packs and fill it in the container of your choice.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.